Düsseldorf Grand Slam 2020, Germany.
Liebe Judo-Freunde, im Namen der Internationalen Judo-Föderation, des Deutschen Judo-Bundes, aller Sponsoren und Partner, herzlich willkommen zum Finalblock des Düsseldorf Grand Slam 2020. Und die letzte Minute, los geht's!
Well, welcome back to day 3 of the Düsseldorf 2020 Judo Grand Slam here in Düsseldorf. And after 2 days of amazing judo at this premier event, we've been treated to some incredible Ippon judo. Some surprises today, but most top-ranked fighters found their way to the medal matches in the end. 5 more weight categories on this final day of competition. It's all about light heavyweights and heavyweights here in Düsseldorf. And to introduce the medal matches for this last day, my co-commentator, Sheldon Franco-Rooks.
Good afternoon, Neil, and good afternoon to everyone at home. The first of the bronze medal contest in the under 90 kilo category features Beka Gviniashvili of Georgia. He'll be up against Mamadali Mediev of Azerbaijan. It'll be Gviniashvili in the white judogi, Mediev in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is John Ramekers of the Netherlands.
Well, I had Gviniashvili as one of the hot favourites for this category, but I think if we'd have taken him 2-3 years ago even, and I said that the last Olympic run-up he was fighting at 100 kilos, do you remember, because of Lipitiliani in the same weight. But then he dropped back down, and of course most of his big successes have been at 90 kilograms. He's coming back to form, not quite there yet, but getting there towards the Olympic Games. This man here, one of the most awkward in the weight category, I've got to say, Mediev, and his stance is very, very one-sided.
I can still see Gviniashvili doing something. There is that little bit of time left between now and the summer when he'll hope to be at his very best for the Games, and he's got the background. He was talking about him having competed up at under 100 and his previous success at under 90. I think that's going to be enough to take him through. So really it's just the polishing between now and Tokyo.
I think he gets better and better. He does make the odd mistake, but so does Mediev here. Mediev is one of those kind of fighters that spoils everybody, and we normally talk about a clash of styles when we get a Georgian against Japanese, which is traditional style, but this Mediev, you could put him on the other end of the scale to almost anybody because he's just so unusual, really is. Big left arm coming over the top, and he almost stands sideways at different stages of his fighting approach. There's the big arm over the back there. And I think Gviniashvili feels the danger, doesn't he?
I think the only thing that might upset it for Gviniashvili is his teammate is only 2 places behind him in the qualification stakes, but they've both lost today to the same person, Bobonov. Bobonov beat both of them. So if Gviniashvili can finish off with a medal here, just gives him that little bit of breathing space.
Yes, well, I mean, just to explain to everybody at home, look at this. I was going to say that a lot of the fighters are here trying to get world ranking points to get their qualification up. And top 22 in every weight category, automatic qualification for the Olympic Games. But then we've got a continental quota as well. And then we have the odd wild card for the Olympic Games. But they're fighting to get there, half of these people. Look at that. Somebody's going to go here big time.
Yeah, that kind of matchup favours Gviniashvili, I think.
Yeah, big arm round the back. Gviniashvili can go front and he can go back as well. He can counter backwards. Well, I think they both had a little scare there. They were both locked up and they both felt the danger. Main aim, of course, is to throw their opponent flat on his back, and you can score a Wazari if you only get them part the way on their back. And Ippon is for flat on their back. And then, of course, you've got 3 ways on the ground to win: by hold down for 20 seconds, or arm lock or strangle for a submission. Start standing, so they've got to start off with the throwing element. And we get some that are good at making the transition down to the ground as well. Great aerial view there. Tight match. Well, big hips across there, and Medvedev just trying to tie him down so that he can't get the hips too far across. Tries to collapse the leg, or put the weight over the leg, the strong leg. Shido on the board there, that little yellow dot there to Gviniashvili. And there's one up there for Medvedev as well. 3 of those and it's all over. And they can be given for different things to do with gripping, stepping outside the area. Got to grip up, you've got to go in.
He's not against the idea of mixing it with Gviniashvili close in Medvedev, but I just don't think that's the best option for him.
No, well, I mean, 2 different styles. I mean, they're both trying to get that control of the back here. Medvedev, though, only goes one way, and this man here goes 2 or 3 different ways. He can go off to his left, or he can change it completely off to the other flank. And I think that that's what's going to win it for him.
Over half a minute left to go. Both fighters have picked up a penalty apiece, but there's been plenty of action. Here comes Becker again.
Well, that went from one arm to the other, so no score will be given for that. If you land with both hands or elbows touching the mat at the same time, simultaneously, then they'll give a Wazari for it, even though it's not absolutely on the side. But if it goes from one hand to the other, they won't give the score. So still no score, everything to fight for. 24 seconds left of the first 4 minutes. Second Shido then to Medvedev. Being out attacked now, so he's just ahead on attacks, Gviniashvili, taking the chances.
Doesn't need to change anything here, Gviniashvili. He's looked comfortable, he's had the best of the attacks, he's looked the more likely of the 2 to throw. And as we move into the golden score period, it's Medvedev who's at a slight disadvantage because he's picked up 2 penalties and he can't afford another. That'll be the end of it. Gviniashvili, just the 1.
Yeah, so golden score after 4 minutes. Any score on the board now from a throw, arm lock, strangle or a hold down will win this match. Or another penalty up to Medvedev. Straight back up onto his feet, so gets away with that. Oh, that's it! Other side! And it went from one arm to the other again. Everybody in the stadium just baying for the score. But watch how he goes from one arm to the other. So no score given.
Becker would have liked to have had an arm just that little bit higher up to control the top part of the body and bring that down onto the mat. Didn't happen. It's low and around the waist.
Yeah, it's still anybody's match, this, isn't it? Oh, and he's going again for it! That's it.
This time on the side.
Uranagi took his opportunity, didn't he? And yeah, you're right. I mean, we're just making signs to each other here, just saying it was a shake of the dice. It really was, you know, had to go for it. And I think Medvedev thought, I'm losing this. I'm going to get a third Shido, which is a penalty and disqualification, so I'm going to go for it. And the third Shido would have been for not attacking enough. So he puts an attack in, and Gviniashvili there takes advantage.
He did fancy his chances with getting in close. He was never afraid to get close and really mix it up. Just had the feeling throughout the contest that it wasn't really the best option for him. And never saw the big leg throws, no Ujimata, no Tayatoshi at some distance from him, you know, just to keep Becker away from him. And the closer he got in, there were so many times when Becker was trying to lift him and put him onto his hip. I thought, get away from there. Don't get involved in that. It's too much of a risk with a Georgian.
I tell you how close I used to get to the Georgians and to the Mongolians, I thought. Nowhere near, about a mile away. Look at that, Uranagi just walking into it. Better to go in and come out again. You know, if it doesn't work, got to get out. Can't stay there.
Even in that exchange, Medvedev had the little foot tap with the Kouchi that just, you know, there was some sign that with some ash he was, and maybe he could have done something with some leg techniques.
Well, I've got to say, he does score on that sometimes, you know, especially from the Uranagi when they go to take it, and then he just hooks in with the leg and gets the score himself. Good start there for Georgia. Great performance, I think, from Gviniashvili, because he came in here, he's looking to get the form back, isn't he? And he's just getting better and better, and that's what you can say about him. And like you said, it means he picks up more points than his countrymen.
Coming up next, the second of the bronze medal contests in the under 90 kilo category. Mukai Shoichiro of Japan faces Ivan Felipe Silva Morales of Cuba. It'll be Mukai in the white judogi, Silva Morales in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Artur Fando of Belarus.
Well, this man here has some great techniques. They've met 3 times before, actually, and Mukai coming off the better in every one of the exchanges. But this man here is very, very dangerous, really is. Came in as favourite here, #1 seed coming into this event. So he is one of the most consistent in the category, but doesn't seem to be able to handle Mukai. Quite a psychological advantage when you know that you've beaten somebody 3 times. It doesn't always happen, of course. It's a different event, totally. Well, Mukai is one of the ones, Japanese team, absolutely not guaranteed going to the Olympic Games. But they have some categories. They've got 2, or if not 3, that are in the top 10 in the world that could go to the Olympic Games. Most people would do anything to have an athlete in the top 10 in the world because that automatically qualifies them. In Japan, they've got 3 from just one category that could go. 73 kilos, they've got 3 that have been 2 that have been 2-time world champion and one that's been 3-time world champion, one's Olympic champion, and only one of them's going to go. Not a bad problem to have. Well, he's getting physical, isn't he? Silva Morales here says, right, I'm going to come out here and take the fight to Mukai. So now Morales goes forwards, tries the Kouchi. I mean, he's playing the right tactics, I have to say, Morales. Just be physical, you've got to get physical, and you stand there and try and be pretty with the judo, then more often than not, the Japanese will beat you to it. Because their judo is beautiful judo, and it's standing, it's upright, standing, traditional grip. One or two of them have the ability to change, I have to say that. So good attacking stuff there from Silva Morales, and Mukai knows he's in a fight. One Shido apiece on the board. A second Shido does change the actual balance of the contest. It can do, because it can put you under pressure. So then you know you have to attack. Left to left normally means that that front leg is the danger leg. I think it'll stem on that front leg here. I think Silva Morales will want to have a go at Mukai's leg. He likes the Osoto, which is particularly attacking that front leg from the outside, and if he goes for it, he'll have to make sure that all his weight is going forwards, because otherwise he'll get countered. Wow, second Shido up there for Mukai.
Into the last minute now, Mukai has picked up 2 penalties. Silva Morales just the 1.
Ah, there it is. Oh, it was close. He had to make sure he had it right.
Just stepping things up here now, Silva Morales. Mukai can't afford to pick up the 3rd penalty. Has to come back strong here. Not quite.
It was almost there, wasn't it? Just coming up to like 15 seconds of the clock left, and Morales disappears underneath Mukai.
Hard to know what to do here, because there's so little time left in normal time. You're not going to draw the 3rd penalty in 4 or 5 seconds. So just keep him out and take it into golden score. Almost came up with the Tewaza there. You know, that last 15 seconds is not really long enough, because you need 8, 10 seconds, then stop the clock, look at 5 seconds and give the last Shido. Tricky one, that.
I think that Silva Morales has to be a little bit careful here, because he's winning this, and he's climbing on top of Mukai. Mukai's worried, but if he goes around that front leg there of Mukai's and he's not fully committed, he'll get countered backwards. And Mukai's on the belt now. Wow.
Just got his hand off there.
Just did. Not allowed to put that hold on to the belt without attacking.
Oh,
it's all over.
Oh, dear.
What a mistake.
Got wrapped up.
Yeah, he just did, didn't he? You know, had to keep the concentration. He did everything right. And in the end, Mukai throws him with a Makakomi.
Winner of the second bronze medal contest in white, representing Japan.
He did everything well up until that point. Silva Morales got a really nice Makikomi with 15 seconds of the golden score period gone by Mukai Shuichiro was enough for him to take the bronze medal.
Well, he certainly knows that he's been in a fight, doesn't he? It wasn't quite what he expected. A little smile from him there on the way out there, but I don't think he's altogether happy with that performance.
Yeah, he looked a little bit more punchy coming in.
Yeah, he did, that's for sure.
He wasn't quite so pepped up on the way out. Lovely Makikomi, by the way.
Sota Makikomi in the end just absolutely buries him. And yeah, you're right, it is the key is wrapping that arm up there and then puts the hips across there. Super stuff. Was it Harai Makikomi? Sota Makikomi. Look at where the hips are. So the hips engaged, so Sota Makikomi, and I think Mukai kind of glad in the end to get an end to that one, because it was always about that front leg actually, you know, and he was really tempted to go for it, Morales. In the end though, pays the penalty, and a good win there for Mukai of Japan.
Coming up next, the final of the under 90 kilo category. Davlat Bobonov of Uzbekistan faces Kejal Nabali of Ukraine. It'll be Bobonov in the white judogi, Nabali in blue.
Well, this is an interesting one, because if you have a look at their world rankings, they're not anywhere near the qualification yet. So big points here, 1,000 points, I think it's 1,100, isn't it? Points for a win in a Grand Slam. And it will put them up into the qualification zone, both of them. But Bobonov, the most improved, I have to say, and he's there at 37, and for me, the absolute favourite coming in here. But you've got Nabali here, and you were saying how many Grand Slams that he's done, something like 19 Grand Slams or so. I forget how many you said.
15.
15 Grand Slams, only one medal. But here he is with his second medal for sure. But he's having an absolute blast today. He's doing so well.
Taking control of this one in the middle is Turbat Entsetseg of Mongolia. Probably the best for this style, actually.
Well, watch out for the Sianagi of Bobonov. Bobonov, as soon as he catches sleeve and lapel, I'm telling you, he is so sharp at the moment. Probably the most improved at 90 kilograms. Just all of a sudden, he's come around as a main contender for a medal. Saying that, he's got to get there first, but Ilyas Iliadis doing a great job in Uzbekistan. I think they give Iliadis everything, you know. From what I've heard, they are absolute. Oh, look at that, Sakeshi. It's all over, is it? Yes, he gets the, well, was Harry called by the referee? So we'll have a look at that back in slow motion, and that was a beautiful, well, Sakeshi, Uchimata Sakeshi there by Bobonov. And that's it, it's all over. How easy did he make that look? He was in tears in his semi-final, and, well, he just looks at his coach there, Ilyas Iliadis, and he says, this one's for you, because that's the feeling that we get now, is that they're actually training to try and impress him.
Didn't get into it, unfortunately, Kejal Nabali. He had a small stab at the Sumigaeshi, and after that, it was all Bobonov. First of all, the Uchimata Tsukeshi was lucky, Nibali, to get a second go because it looked pretty good for Ippon. Anyway, they gave Wazari, and then he got caught again.
Yeah, we'll have a look at it in slow motion, and well, one of the best referees out there, right there. So have a look how he pulls on the sleeve here. So Nibali commits, just a little bit lacking, and if it is a little bit lacking, and that means that the most of the back has to make contact. And just rolled that little bit, didn't it? Just rolled that little bit.
I think he's in a good position here to see that there's too much of the back number showing to claim enough of him being on his back. So on the side, Wazari was good, and then this is the finish.
Yeah, beautiful. I mean, straight up, how easy did he make that look? I mean, all the way through here, he's been throwing everybody and just looking unbelievable. What a time to come on to this kind of form. Massive Surigoshi. Arm over the back there. Nibali, well, like Sheldon said, he never even got into the match there. That one, obvious Wazari, but two Wazaris making Ippon, and that action says it all.
Bobonov had 6 goes at Grand Slams before picking up a medal. That was his last Grand Slam. That was in Osaka. Here, he goes one better and picks up the gold. So he's cracked it then.
Oh, absolutely cracked it. I mean, he's cracked it, and you know, we've been looking at him thinking real potential.
We come now to the bronze medal contest in the under 78 kilo category. Fanny Estelle Posvin of France faces Patricia Sampaio of Portugal. It'll be Posvin in the white judogi, Sampaio in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Vyacheslav Peredyeko of Uzbekistan.
And here is the athletes in blue judogi. The gold medalist
Posvin has a little trot out there. She's one up against Sampaio from Portugal. Only met once before, but this is the second time.
This is Posvin's last year competing. The French have said, okay, if you want one more year, we'll let you have another. He said, well, I don't want to really have to cut weight and go at 70. Would you mind if I went at 78? And she'd been a good servant for the French, and they said, all right then. She's ended up in the top 10 in the world as a result.
Well, it's been amazing, hasn't it? What a trip she's had.
And but for two results, there was a suspicion of that. Just held onto the arm and pressed against it.
Well, you have to attack. When you attack off the sleeves, you've got to make sure that when you come in for any kind of throw, that you haven't put pressure against the elbow joint the wrong way, because that's what she just did there. And it can be disqualification, especially if you don't do it right. Now then, trying for the Sangaku.
Tidy up the head first. Make sure she stays down. You don't want to get up. All sorts of things with regard to control and the stages you go through to make sure that you can bring off that technique on the ground. Even some of the top players miss out, small things. And I keep saying you get very, very few chances at it. When you get one, you have to snatch it.
Well, that's why the ones with the good transition from Tachiwaza, from standing down to ground, so important. Getting a smooth transition as well, knowing what you're going for, and then digging in, trying to get it, no matter what position you're in. That's the key. One penalty on the board already. Yeah, just starting to build up the attacks, and this time tries to back her up to the edge there, Posvit.
Best way to get off that, wasn't it, from Sampaio? Nice big Ojigari that had Posvit stepping back and giving that space for Sampaio to leave the edge of the contest area behind. Just pressured for a while. She's just picked up the single Shido. We're halfway through.
Well, she's fighting hard, Sampaio.
Can't afford to stall here, Posvit. That was good. Came up with the Uchimata attack, but Sampaio quickly into the attempted counter.
Lucy DeCos, the former world and Olympic champion, in the chair there for Posvit.
Oh, nice Osodo effort there from Sampaio. Posvit moved nicely to avoid it as well. Kind of nullified it, but it was a nice movement from Sampaio, threatening on that side.
Well, a second Shido up there for Sampaio, and that's just for holding the end of the sleeve. Certain grips that you have got to go in immediately.
That was close. Good, strong attack.
Ashiguruma. Ana Hamigo, Portuguese coach. And she will be telling her to attack and make sure that she attacks immediately if she's got that sleeve down, because once or twice she's had the sleeve pinned, and you've got to be careful that you don't just pin for the sake of pinning and look for the penalty, as it will go against you, and that's the way it's going at the moment. So if you've got a positive grip, it's all about using it positively in order to attack.
It's unfortunate for Sampaio because she's come up with the bigger, more threatening attacks, hasn't she? Yet she trails from these two errors.
Yeah, I mean, she is attacking, and it's not the passivity that she's getting it for. There's one up there to Posvit.
I say trails, I mean the advantage is really with Posvit at the moment, because she has one less penalty. Begin to look at the scoreboard and you think, one error and I'm out. Whereas for Posvit, you've just got that little cushion there.
That's what it is, isn't it? It's a little cushion, and you think, well, take the odd chance, but you can't take any chances if you've got two on there. Got to do everything right. Sampaio, I have to say, is fighting Posvit exactly as she should, doing well. Almost there. Posvit changing direction, but Sampaio just manages to turn onto her front. just overstretched there, didn't she? Now then.
Gone, missed the chance.
Yeah, I mean, she was onto the arm, wasn't she, there? But it was already pulled in, wasn't it?
For me, it's not quick enough. Pozvit is almost coasting, taking it easy. And I don't mean with any disrespect to Sampaio. There's no bite here. This is a bronze medal contest and a Grand Slam. You need to go and get it. It's not just going to be handed to you. Sampaio's the one who's had the better attacks, and yet Pozvit really hasn't done a great deal.
No, she's just about, she's not careful to get the second Shido up here, Pozvit. And you can see by her face she's not happy with it. Not going according to plan.
And for me, that last action, I thought, okay, this is it. Arm's there, going to wrap this up. No way you're going to let that arm get away from you.
I agree with you. Sampaio is the one that's actually initiating all the techniques here. So this is going to be the Shido up for Pozvit now. So she will. She's not on top of the attacks, so she gets a second Shido for not attacking. And if Sampaio carries on the way she is,
both exchanged little punches there, yeah.
Trying to grip at each other's jackets there, and sometimes it goes a little bit high.
Look more like Tyson and Wilder, didn't it, that one? Ojigari, where was it? Yeah, but there was an Ojigari there, wasn't it? It was so timid.
I think actually, because she actually looked as if she was throwing there, she helped Sampaio out, because she would have got a third penalty for that. She was caught on the edge. We don't want to see penalties, we want to see the throw. That's why situations like this, we'd rather see a throw decide the match. Now then,
strong grip.
And you can see now that Pozvit, that's all she's looking for now, is to get Sampaio penalised out of this contest. Hope they let it carry on. I really do.
Yeah.
Good. That was close as well. That was a good attack there from Pozvit.
First time.
First time. Well, and the French do that a lot. I have to say, they attack off the grip. That means as soon as they catch the grip they're already moving in as they catch hold with the hands. And now Sampaio really committing there. Might cost her that one. She attacked, didn't she, without hands. Are they going to give it? I hope not. Yeah, they are. So they give the penalty to Sampaio, and it was just a scrappy one, wasn't it, at the end?
Yes, she pressures her, but really, you have to know where you are. You have to know that the state of the scoreboard, and if it looks as though you're escaping, you are going to get penalised. All that hard work.
All that hard work, all
from Sampaio.
Yeah, and I think you're much better just to kind of calm yourself, aren't you, in a way, and just reset yourself and go again. Because it's when you get into a bit of a frenzy, you know, we've seen it a couple of times now, and they get into a frenzy, and we saw it with the Cuban, didn't we, in the under 90 kilograms. You know, they suddenly realise, I'm in for a chance, coming forwards in the wrong way, and they leave themselves open.
That contest there actually is worth a hell of a lot more to Sampaio. It's high quality opposition, it's a medal contest and a Grand Slam, and she can take something from that. I just don't feel as though Fanny Jestel-Pozvit has done enough for her to say that's of real value to
I've
me.
won the bronze.
Yeah, she just
I know exactly what you're saying,
she?
but you know, Well, and you get some people, they'll say win at all costs, but for me it's not.
There's a second bronze medal contest in the under 78 kilo category. This features Anna Maria Wagner of Germany. She's up against Kaliyema Antomarchi of Cuba. It's Wagner in the white judogi, Antomarchi in blue. Referee in the middle for this one is Lubomir Peter of Australia.
Und hier sind die Athletinnen hier auf ihrer Place. Im weißen Anzug. Die Bronzemedaillengewinnerin des IGF.
Well ranked 3, and nice to have somebody that everybody will support here. As you can hear, the crowd absolutely loving it. Not quite so many people in here today as there was yesterday. We had 4,500 people in here yesterday, probably about 3,500 in here today. But still a good crowd supporting this Grand Slam tournament here in Düsseldorf. Wagner in white, Antomarchi of Cuba in blue. Wagner straight in for the attack. It's not over yet. Oh, she's going to get it. She's going to get the ippon. It started inside and it never stopped all the way through there. And that was really, really good. Good for the referee as well, because he let it carry on. It starts inside. You do not stop if it's a continuous movement. The only time that will stop is if they go into that boarding there, the advertising boarding. They will stop it if it's dangerous, but that was absolutely superb.
Real delight for Anna Maria Wagner.
Yeah, that was truly superb stuff. She came out to absolutely nail it. Well, there's two of them in this weight, isn't there, from Germany going for it for the Olympic qualifications. So that's going to put her ahead, I think. Well, she's already ahead, isn't she, Wagner? There it starts. It started inside, Ouchi, and then she just changes direction, does a full circle, 360-degree circle, and throws up for ippon. Absolutely amazing. She catches hold of the back and the belt, and she pulls Antomarchi in. Look at the start. Started inside. There's the change of direction. There's the 360-degree turn. Was it 360 or 180? I always get confused, but
I think it was the darts one.
Ouchi Gary stays in with the Ouchi. Now she switches. There's 180. That is definitely 360. And she just drives her over. I knew I'd get it right. I was never very good at maths.
I think you got that one, though.
Yeah, my old maths teacher would be proud of me, I'll tell you. Great stuff from Wagner, and the home crowd absolutely loving it.
Noch einmal Riesenapplaus, Anna Maria Wagner.
Big celebrations, and I think she's happy.
We come now to the final of the under 78 kilo category. Mayra Aguiar of Brazil faces Hamada Shori of Japan. It will be Aguiar in the white judogi, Hamada in blue.
I was looking for their head-to-heads there.
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, the personal. I think they've gone head-to-head once before, and Hamada came off best.
Welcome referee from Georgia.
Double world champion, Aguiar. the Olympic Games has always eluded her, the title that is. So she'll be wanting to make a point here.
2 times Olympic bronze medalist, 5 times Grand Slam winner, Mayra Aguiar.
So it is 2-0 ahead to Hamada coming into this. So this is a massive psychological one for Aguiar, especially coming up to the games. Just looking now, is she absolutely #1 for the selection, Hamada?
No, not at all.
No.
Japanese haven't decided
have they? No.
yet. The other thing is that Aguiar hasn't got the best record against Japanese.
Straight away there in for the Uchimata here, and she's got to be careful here, I'm telling you now, because if she wraps that arm up here, and she's going to, you don't very often see that leg not coming out. It's going to come out, and she made a big mistake there, absolutely, Aguiar. And is he going to call Osai Komi? He will do in a second. She's going to go. No, she's not finished on the arm yet. Aguiar just managing to hold off, and she's going to kick that leg out again. If the leg's trapped, the 20 seconds won't count. And now Hamada has her. Osai Komi called. Aguiar in trouble here. Oh, she turned out. I think she's turned out
now.
So Mate. And Aguiar, wow, just made a mistake. You don't mess around. Oh, she's in the same position here. Now then, is she going to settle again? Leg comes out. And is that going to be Osai Komi? As soon as the leg's out, the Osai Komi will be called. Osai Komi called. Now she needs to hold her for 20 seconds. If she holds her for 10 seconds, the Wazari will go on the board. Oh, Togatar again.
Managing to trap the leg.
What an amazing bit of newaza this is. What an amazing bit of groundwork. Oh, Aguiar just settled there. That was her mistake, and it's going to be all over. Hamada holds it now. It's going to go 10 seconds, and now anything upwards is going to be a second Wazari for the Ippon, and it's all over. What a great bit of newaza.
I don't mean to be disparaging, but so much for the professor who shouted out Mate a couple of seconds ago. Sorry.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Somebody did. Well, absolute madness, because, you know, the wonderful thing now about our sport and about the newaza and the groundwork situations is that if it's progressive and if it can end in Ippon, then we let it carry on. And that was truly amazing. It was a superb bit of groundwork. Great stuff.
Vladimir Nutsubidze of Georgia was the referee taking control of that one, and it was Nutsubidze who said, hang on, I think there's something in this, and I'm going to let this go, and I'm going to call Mate when I have to, and then I'm going to let it go again, and call Osai Komi if we get there, and it did. Hamada Shuri of Japan wraps up that one.
Second gold medal in a Grand Slam for Hamada Shori, Japan. Representing Brazil, Mayra Aguiar takes the silver medal.
Disappointment for the Brazilian, but as Neil was saying, once they wrap the arm up, the leg tends to come out. You control the top half of the body. You can now concentrate on working to get the leg free because you've controlled the top half.
Wrapping up that arm is imperative, the top half there. But, you know, the great thing about this is that no matter which way she went, and she went over both sides there, Hamada, she still managed to control Aguiar. And she managed to grab the leg a couple of times. The second time it wasn't to be, and Aguiar then, as soon as she went, oh my goodness me, I think I'm in trouble, she was absolutely right there, because that arm was really, really tight. Readjusts her balance there, Hamada, and holds her for 20 seconds. Super stuff. Great newaza, and great for people actually out there, especially the jiu-jitsu guys, who can see here how our newaza possibilities have opened up. not just about standing, it's about groundwork as well.
We come now to the awarding ceremony for men in the under 90 kilo category. The medals are being presented by IGF Sport Director, Mr. Armen Bagdasarov.
By the sport director of the International Judo Federation, Mr. Armen Bagdasarov. Bronze medalists are representing Japan, Mukai Shoichiro. And representing Georgia, Beka Huiniashvili.
The first of the bronze medals goes to Mukai Shoichiro of Japan. There's a bronze medal also for Beka Gwiniashvili of Georgia. Silver medal goes to Kejau Nabali of Ukraine, but the gold medal goes to Davlat Bobonov.
Prize money and the mascots will be presented.
I suppose they've got the right man presenting the medals, because the Uzbek presents it.
Yeah.
No wonder they changed it.
What a great day he's had. What an amazing tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, please all rise for the national anthem of Uzbekistan.
Now the national anthem of Uzbekistan.
Thank you very much. Now, family picture with VIPs and judoka.
Well, I said it was an amazing performance, but going up and up, and I'm saying I think he will qualify now. That 1,200 points is going to put him closer and closer to the Olympic Games.
Well, we knew that it was going to be a tight squeeze on the podium on day 3 when the bodies got bigger.
That's true, isn't it?
Mukai thinks it's all good fun. Beka does too. It's so nice when they're up there having, been bashing away at each other all day, that they have a good laugh as well. Mukai seems to be the joker in the pack there. Right, we come to the first of the bronze medal contest in the under 100 kilo category. Serjeniks Miklos of Hungary faces Rafael Buzakarini of Brazil. It's Serjeniks in the white judogi, Buzakarini in blue. Just once before they clashed, and it was Serjeniks who came off the better of in that one meeting. Raul Camacho of Spain is the referee in the middle for this one.
Serjeniks, I think this means more to him because he's outside of the qualification at the moment. So these points very, very important to him. Saying that, and of course, Buzakarini desperate for points as well. They want to get up towards that top 8 qualification. If they get into the top 8, they get automatically seeded away from each other at the Olympic Games. So that's another part of the qualification process that is very important to certain coaches and athletes. Buzakarini then in blue and Serjeniks in white. Now then, can he get the leverage? I think he's going to get... well, he did the right thing there. If he'd have rolled with it, it would have been a mistake there. Koženec.
Hungarians, they're in the stands as opposed to being on the mat.
We know where their support is. She was there, Bazakrini. Look at the clock there, Bazakrini. I don't know why. Just it drifted over. Oh, nice. Wow, really sharp that was. Right underneath him. Well, he's got the sleeve at the end there and trying to push it down and then... Oh, look at that, it's all over. Oh, Koženec right the way underneath there, and that was a beautiful Sianagi, it really was. Bazakrini says no, but I think it was.
So do I.
Well, he was hoping that he didn't actually land flat on his back, I think, Bazakrini.
I think he may think a little bit better of it when he sees the replay. He really did get caught there.
Well, they were both looking for the same thing. I think Bazakrini was looking for the Sianagi as well. Very low shoulder throw. So that was really beautifully taken, it really was. There it is, Morochi Sianagi there. Well, went over most of the back there. Bazakrini says no, but he rolled over points of his shoulders. So we're actually looking here just to see how much of the back he actually rolls over, and of course that's what Bazakrini will say that, well, most of my back patch was showing as I went over. It could easily have been given a wazari, but it was a beautiful technique, and given it on, and we'll accept that. Koženec beautifully taken drop Sianagi.
Congratulations, Nikos, Hungary.
Well, we've got a second bronze medal contest coming up now. Zelim Kotsoyev of Azerbaijan faces Jorge Fonseca of Portugal. It'll be Kotsoyev in the white judogi, Fonseca in blue.
Und auf geht's.
Referee in the middle for this one, sorry, is Mathieu Bataille of France. Neil.
Fourth time these two have fought each other. So 2-1 at the moment to Kotsiev.
Representing Azerbaijan.
You'll have to be careful for the opening seconds, but I don't know if you think the same, Shona, but it doesn't quite look at his very best, Fonseca. Current world champion coming out there in blue.
The world champion.
Little tired, perhaps. Kotsiev reminds me, I know they're both from Azerbaijan, probably that's just the reason why, but he reminds me in his fighting style a little bit of Mamadli Medvedev. Some of the things that they do.
No, absolutely. It's the same style, isn't it? Oh! Well, you know you're going to get one of those straight away, don't you? I mean, Fonseca attacks in the opening second every single time.
Fonseca doesn't like to go forward looking for his opponents. He likes the opponents who are coming onto him to step onto that low Marote Seanagi. It's harder for him if he has to go chasing them.
Yeah, this is what he doesn't like here. He doesn't like that big arm over the top. And he can't handle it when it comes over.
And they have to handle that Uchimata as well. Uchimata and Makikomi. Kotsiev is really good at executing both of those. Yeah.
So cross grip for Fonseca, and anything that unusual with the gripping, you have to go in and attack. So you've got to use it to your advantage.
Fonseca had the first big attack. Kotsiev then stepped it up, began to pressure him a little bit, and Fonseca thought, hold on a minute, just slow you down a little bit.
I think the unfortunate thing here, though, is like, say, you know, he's putting him under pressure, but he hasn't attacked once yet.
No. No.
So this is going to be a Shido. He knew that, Kotsiev. He was playing for this. So Shido. And now that means that Fonseca has got two, and now he's going to put him under pressure. I mean, there's only a minute and a half gone of the contest. Yes, it was something that was intentional, I think.
And now, look at the difference. Kotsiev can really step things up. Oh, he's got him as well.
I'm not sure where the arm went there. He had his back to us. Let's have a look from the other angle. Have a look at where Fonseca's arm is when he lands. So no score.
Yeah, turned
no
off
score.
that. Turned off it.
So if the elbow is out and they don't land absolutely on the side, there's no score given.
Well, they have.
Yeah, now they've given it.
For me.
There we go.
Give that badge back. But Kotsiev is doing absolutely the right thing here. He's seen two Shidos on the board. All of a sudden, when we said he hasn't attacked, he's attacked twice now.
Yeah.
He can't wait for the third one because he knows that's going to draw another penalty. And Wazari's on the board anyway, so he lead. Better get it done now because Fonseca's going to come for him.
I think he is, and he can't find the line. That's the trouble. That's why Fonseca has trouble with him. He can't find the line for the Seanagi. The first attack he did, but because of the extreme stance of Kotsiev, he just can't get near it. Can't line him up to get the Seanagi in.
Neil said right from the get-go that as Fonseca was walking out, that he didn't look the same, and even in this contest, he hasn't looked quite the same, Georges Fonseca.
It gets harder when you're wearing that red patch. Everybody's gunning for you, and everybody wants to beat the world champion.
Perhaps from our side, we also ask a little bit more of him.
Well, I think you do, don't you? You know, you expect it. We saw it with Ono yesterday. Everybody expecting him to throw for Ippon, and in the end, he had to do what was important to him at the time, was to win the match, which he did.
Inside the last minute now, Uchigari.
Oh, it's going to be it.
Yeah, that's
it.
down on the side.
Wazari Wazetti Ippon, Kotsiev making that look easy.
Maybe he should have had a chat with Mediev earlier. All the leg attacks, everything. That's what you're good at. Go for it. Finished him off nicely there.
Well, he's just beaten the world champion, two Wazaris, to get an Ippon and made it look quite easy. I don't think that Fonseca even got into the match. He couldn't find his angle for attack, and he was unsettled by the big right hand. He's very rangy as Kotsiev, and he was really rattled by that big arm coming over every time. You can tell by body language, can't you, sometimes, when they're coming out. He was skipping out there, Kotsiev.
The highlights of this bronze medal contest on the screen.
And like Sheldon said, the Uchigari there, just going onto the legs. Twice he did it. Once he didn't quite get the score. But beautiful hand control all the way down. And the second one. Absolutely manages to get him onto his back there. Oh, well, I said the first one didn't score, but it did, didn't it? We were saying it didn't score, but it did. That was the first Wazari, actually. Second one, absolute there. Fonseca couldn't do anything about it. So great score. 2 scores for Kotsiev to win him the bronze medal.
Well, if the bronze medal win for Azerbaijan wasn't enough, they've got a chance now in the gold medal match, because coming up next, the final of the under 100 kilo category. Elmagazimov of Azerbaijan goes up against Muhammad Karim Kuramov of Uzbekistan. It'll be Gazimov in the white judogi, Kuramov in blue. I know my colleague will be delighted that I got that name nailed right.
We were saying before we came on air that you can do that one. It's Kuramov to me, and this is a second chance for Uzbekistan to get a gold medal. They've already got one, and in brilliant style. He's got his work cut out, I have to say. Gazimov, very, very canny fighter, and he really is an old fox. He just plays it very, very tight. And what you might find with Gazimov, here he is that he looks to me sometimes as if he's just starting to die off a little bit. It's almost like, come and get me, and then he explodes in for a technique. So if you think he looks tired, don't think it's over.
And the referee with the responsibility for looking after this final is Vasily Smolin Jr. of Russia.
Marin Karamov coming out then had a go at it anyway.
Well done.
He's wearing blue. Look at that, reverse Sianagi straight away there from Gazimov. Wow, straight in. Certainly looking sharper than I've seen him for a long time, Gazimov. both on the sleeve, and, well, left-handed Gazimov. His head goes down, but then he just explodes in. And he tries the same thing there, Kuramov, but there was no chance. Didn't go very far. He won't be allowed too many of those. There's the great Ilias Iliadis there, and we can see bird's eye view there from his angle there, exactly where his player is. Very cool, calm and collected on that coach's chair. It doesn't very often get flustered. Oh dear. And again, just comes the wrong way. It looks like the wrong way, but there isn't a wrong way in judo anymore. It looks like you twist one way and then take them off the other shoulder, and both of them can score. So it's not the wrong way, but it's just the other way. 2 attacks up there for Gazimov. Unusual style, hasn't he, Kuramov? I mean,
nice
he looks
little
so awkward.
koji.
Yeah, it was a lovely little coach. He didn't quite get the rotation on it or the control with the hands. A bit of blood, I think.
Yeah, maybe when they went to ground, perhaps Gazimov just picked up a bump there. Chance for us to have a look at what I suppose in another sport they call the tail of the tape.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, they measure you, how tall you are,
right,
your
okay.
reach,
Yes.
your waist, you know, that kind of stuff. The tail of the tape.
I would have lied completely as to what mine was.
I would definitely have lied about my chest size.
Is that
Biceps.
48.
Yeah, huge. You know. Not sure whether that would have passed muster because, you know, as a small guy, they're going to see your line, aren't they?
Giving some really good statistics there. 36 out of 30 matches scored by Ippon, which is a really high percentage.
No need to try and con anyone, these guys, the size of them. 100 kilos. I'm sure they both weigh 100 kilos plus at the moment.
I bet they do, and they're big guys as well. You know, if you want to know how big they are, just have a look compared to the referees. We often say that about the heavyweights when we see people like the great Teddy Riner out there. You have no idea, unless you're standing next to him, how big. And I'm not just on about tall, but big. He is.
Half the contest gone, no score. Yeah, nice and clean as far as the penalties are concerned. Both been fairly active.
Well, this is it, isn't it? Look at him, just false sense of security there, and now what's going to happen here? Kuramov! Oh, just manages to stop himself going onto his side there, and it was him that took the chance, wasn't it? Gazimov took the chance, and it was Kuramov that just stopped it. Then he goes in. It was Uranagi, so even though he went on his back, it was a direct attack, and it could have scored. Remember, if it is a counter, which is part of the other person's movement, then you can't use your own back, or it mustn't make contact with the mat in order to score. Wow, what a good match. 1 minute to go. And it looks as if they're quite static, but then when they do explode in there, one of them's going to go. Isn't it? It's a strange one, but every attack that they're doing is a meaningful attack.
Unusual situation for Gazimov to find himself in. and that is in the back end of the contest, into the last minute, no penalty, spoke too soon. Just as I was saying.
Say it again. Yeah,
there was Smolin dishing out the Shido.
Well, he is kind of weighty, but like I said, you know, every attack they've done so far has been to try and score, and to score big as well. Certainly, I have to say, he looks in better condition than he has been, Gazimov, and I think that, well, it's going to go a Shido apiece here, I think, and that will put Gazimov on 2. Just Gazimov. Wow. It's because of his head being down, and, you know, he is kind of half waiting. Could have gone one each way. Well, I don't think we need a translation there. Just use your head a little bit and think about what you're doing. Don't get carried away.
So within 50 seconds, well, within that last minute, we saw Gazimov give up two penalties.
They have the same technique. That drop down Kadaguruma, controlling the top half there. Kadaguruma stroke Yoko Satemi, but it's oof. No, it's not a score. He landed on it with his elbow out, and then the second part of the movement was to take him onto his back. It's not a score, and Gazimov can breathe again. Any score now in golden score is going to win the match for somebody. There's the first hand going down, and the elbow there stops any part of his side or his back touching the mat.
Time for a bit of a reset here for Gazimov.
Don't write him off. They're all shouting for Shido, but give him one last chance here. Give him one last chance. It's been an open match. I'm really glad that they've done that, and because he could still pull it out the bag. I know him, you know, I've watched him so many times. I think they're pretty close now. It can't be far off.
Still like to see one more.
Same as you. I think, you know, it is a final. Give them chance. It's all over
now. Yeah. Pity.
2 gold medals for Uzbekistan. Yeah, I know. It's messy,
he hasn't done a great deal, had he?
He did know. Actually, he didn't bat an eyelid on it. You know, he knew. Credit to Kurumov, because he did everything that was needed.
Muhammad Karim Kurumov of Uzbekistan is the gold medal winner in the under 100 kilo category. Quite a party tonight, I think.
I think so.
Congratulations.
I wonder if Ilyas Iliadis is being on that, you know, performance pay thing that you get sometimes. He'd be a millionaire.
Yeah,
he'd be a millionaire in sum, wouldn't he, tonight, easily. I think I've been a millionaire in sum when we've been in Tashkent.
He got so close to taking him over. I mean, it was all, I've got to say, Kurumov, who got so close to scoring. Gazimov was just about avoiding going onto his side or his back. But in the end, it was 3 Shidos that decided it. So 3rd Shido goes up to Gazimov, and 2 gold medals go to Uzbekistan.
Coming up next, the awarding ceremony for women in the under 78 kilo category. The medals. Forget it.
The medals will be presented by the IGF Hall of Fame member, refereeing supervisor, and Olympic champion, 3 times world champion, Mr. Jong Yong. Bronze medalists are representing Germany, Anna-Maria Wagner.
First of the bronze medals goes to Anna-Maria Wagner of Germany. There's a second bronze medal for Fanny Estelle Posvit of France. Silver medal goes to Mayra Aguiar of Brazil. The gold medal goes to Hamada Shori of Japan.
Yeah, what a great match that was. It's one of my favourites, I've got to say, because I think simply because it was all about the Newaza and all about Aguiar trying to escape what was in the end the inevitable, but she did everything she could, and her face says it all there. I mean, she was just on her back there 3 or 4 times, change of direction, and the fact that we let it go on and on and on because it was going to end in Ippon, and in the end, of course, it did.
Ladies and gentlemen, please all rise for the national anthem of Japan.
So now the national anthem of Japan.
Thank you very much. Now, family picture with great Vincent Judoka.
Wagner and Posvit were the bronze medal winners. It was Aguiar who took the silver and Hamada who took the gold medal. We've got 2 more weight categories to bring you. It's the super heavyweights for women and the super heavyweights for men. And we'll start with the first of the bronze medal contests in the plus 78 kilo category. And Fatoumata Mbairo of France goes up against Hortense Vanessa Mbala Atangana of Cameroon. It'll be Mbairo in the white judogi, Mbala Atangana in blue. Referee in the middle for this one is Roberta Chiolia of Italy.
Bronze medal contest for the women over 70.
Well, they've just met one time before, these two. Mbala, the winner on that occasion. But again, the French, they've got high hopes for Bairo. Putting her out there, trying to get her up into the qualification zone.
Welcome referee from Italy, this is Roberta Giulia. Now, welcome judoka in white for France, the Grand Slam and Grand Prix medalist, Fatoumata Mbairo. In blue for Cameroon, first time in a Grand Slam.
Just looking at the ranking at the moment at number 12, Bairo. Just looking for anybody else there. Who else is there? And yes. Along back down to, well, number 20. We've got Diko at 22. So there are 3 heavyweights that they've got there. And she's looking for the Sangaku here, Bairo.
A lot of people will argue that there's only one. And oddly enough, it's not Mbairo and it's not Tolofua. The one they want to look at is Roman Dicot. That's where the French...
The interest is.
Yeah. There's a good reason for that. I mean, she's been off injured for quite some time. And on her return, she signalled her return from injury with a gold medal win in Tel Aviv and a gold medal win at the Paris Grand Slam. So those points that you see are from the last 2 competitions. Bang, bang.
So she's the one they'll concentrate on, but that was a Wazari there for Mabala.
And remember, the French are the current title holders at the plus 78 kilo category in the Olympic Games. They've got the Olympic champion, Emily Andiol. She's retired, so they'll want to do everything that they can to hang on to that. First time that it's gone outside of Cuba, China or Japan. That was they owned that weight category, the 3 of them. And
be interesting to see where they put Dicko, won't it? And for the next three tournaments. Nice Tewaza there from Mambala against Bairo. Almost finished it there and then, didn't she?
Two and a half minutes left to go.
Ça va venir, sois patient, mets du rythme.
Mambala Atangana sporting that shock of short blonde hair.
Oh, that wasn't far off, was it? Did she get the Wazari?
Looked good to me.
Yes, she did, yeah. She did. A nice technique there from Bairo, and equals it all up.
That's what you want to see if you're the coach. You want to see a good comeback, good strong effort. Just gets the elbow to come back in.
Oh, it landed on the elbow, but then rolled immediately as part of the same movement onto the side, so warranted the score. A good match.
There's more competition in the plus 78 kilo category for France than there is in the plus 100 kilo category. He's cleaned it out, Teddy. That's the problem for them.
Of course it is.
Nobody wanted to go up there because there wasn't anywhere to go. Whereas at least with the French women, they feel as though there's a possibility, there's a battle. And there is a battle going on when you've got that many, 3 of them, all within, 8
top
places.
20.
Yeah.
Well, they're all qualified, the top 22 in every weight. Interesting.
Can't say that for the French, can't even say it for Teddy.
No, it's true, isn't it? I mean, he's still got to qualify, but he's still got some work to do.
Number 30, Teddy Riner, and then the closest to him is 84. A little over a minute.
Well, that was a nice little turn.
Yeah,
there,
just lost contact.
Yes, I think. Second Shido, yeah, second Shido up there, and well,
didn't feel like that to me. It wasn't immediately apparent that she required a second Shido. Give her the benefit of the doubt that she was pushed off there by Mbairo, so Mbairo defending against that effort. Good little tussle here. Clever work from Mbala Atangana, who's put in 2 attacks there, having seen a second Shido for Mbairo. Just push that little bit more now. Got half a minute left to go.
Yeah, she could finish it here, couldn't she? Just by piling on the pressure. Needs to be good attacks. Make sure it's strong. It's got a nice stance, good stance. No hands there for that turn. A lot of people shouting yes, but no hands at all when she turned, rotated. The hands were
Good
gone.
effort from Mbairo. She's brave enough, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. Like you say, she's opened up. And, you know, it's an open match, this.
Last few seconds. Well, we're going to need golden score to sort this one out. They've been slugging away, haven't they?
They have. They've been slugging away. Both of them opening up, and nice Cianagi there. Mambala tries to drop underneath. Oh, now then. Oh, no, the elbow was out. Mambala thought she had it, but good gymnastic ability there from Mambiro.
Not bad work on the ground either. Just doesn't have the power to pull her onto her side here. Managed to get the leg hooked in well, but there's a little bit of work on that execution. Half a minute of golden score. It's been a good battle, Neil.
Well, and like I said, at least they're opening up, and that's what we want to see. It's great, great stuff. Right against left. Oh, surely they're not going to shout for anything there. She really did try. Blocked by Mambala. There's a difference.
Yeah. Ooh. Threatening now on the left side. That's a tired-looking effort.
She really doesn't need to do that. You know, she's done so well so far. Good stance, and I like the fact that she's stand up. She wants to mix it, and Biro's the same. Tries for the switch again there, Biro. That's what she scored with in the first part. So, who's going to get this one? I think they could get the score here. I hope it doesn't go down to the Shido, third Shido. Doesn't really deserve it. Both of them have been attacking.
Biro attempting the Yoko Sutemiwaza. One part of it looked reasonable, but you needed the finish.
Stefan Trenou there, former world champion, shouting to Biro.
These two have kept up a good tempo, Neil.
Well, considering, I mean, we're 2 minutes now, we're 6 minutes into the contest, and they're still going at it. Now, something's going to happen for sure. I think somebody will just make a mistake. This is where it's going to happen. And
there it was.
Yeah, I mean, she committed, didn't she, Biro? Mabala was just waiting for it and then just tips her onto her back for the score. But credit to both of those, because they absolutely gave it 100%, and they were still going at it after 6 minutes.
First ever Grand Slam medal for Hortense Vanessa Mbala Atangana. Congratulations to her. Nine efforts, 9 goes she's had at that. Mind you,
It's amazing though, look at her. Look how pleased she is, and she should be as well. That was an excellent effort, really good.
Kejao Nabali had 15 goes, didn't he?
Ever medal in the history of Cameroon.
Oh, wow.
In Grand Slam.
Wow, look at that. And the crowd absolutely loving that. First ever medal in a Grand Slam Grand Prix for Cameroon.
And the history
Wow.
is made by Vanessa Mbala Atangana, Cameroon.
Well, first medal ever in a Grand Slam.
Yeah, because she's picked up a couple of medals herself in Grand Prix. But this is something a little bit special, isn't it? Grand Slam.
Cameroon.
So look at the first was Ari here, where she tewazes her opponent over. And again, it was from a mistake there from Bairo. Bairo commits, and this one here, she tips her onto points of her shoulders here for the second was Ari. Both times initiated from an attack from Bairo. Both times she took advantage of it, and it's not like she was just waiting for that. She took the fight to Bairo as well. First medal for Cameroon then, and wow, she was absolutely beside herself. Look at that, arms up, celebration, and you can see the tears there, the tears of joy, and the crowd was so appreciative. First medal ever in a Grand Slam.
Well, let's see if the second of the bronze medal contest can match that. Beatriz Souza of Brazil faces Idalis Ortiz of Cuba. It'll be Souza in the white judogi, Ortiz in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Amano Akiko of Japan.
Please welcome the referee from Japan, Mrs. Amano Akiko.
Well, they're from the same part of the world, aren't they? So they've had quite a few matches together, these two. And 6 times they've fought, 5-1 to Ortiz on their head-to-heads.
The 2012 Olympic champion, 2 times world champion and 15 times Grand Slam medalist, representing Cuba, Idalis Ortiz.
That was quite, yeah.
We just heard about the girl from Cameroon winning her first ever Grand Slam gold medal, first ever Grand Slam medal. And we just heard about Ortiz and her record.
It's amazing, but I mean, that made it even more amazing and wonderful, wasn't it, that Cameroon have at last got a medal. This lady here, she is pretty special. One of the most consistent in the heavyweight division.
15 medals for her. Mind you, she's had quite a career, hasn't she? Quite a length of time that she's been at the top as well.
We were just saying, weren't we, earlier, that she'll be going to her 4th Olympic Games. She's got 3 consecutive Olympic medals, and one of each colour, gold, silver and a bronze, as well as being 2-time a world champion.
Must be some kind of hero of sport in Cuba.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
That award that they get.
Left against right here. Souza. Trying to stand up here. Every time she hits Ortiz, it's like hitting a brick wall, and it just the power of Ortiz. Cuban support up there. Try to rotate onto the Sodi Surikomigoshi there. A lot of the Cubans, ladies especially, go off the sleeves. They were renowned for it, actually, when they were one of the best and top female teams in the world. Of course, they all of them used to do it, but Ortiz still there. That, of course, was when the great Renato was in charge of the team. That's quite a legacy, didn't he?
After contest gone, just a single Shido against Souza at the moment. Good grip, and it was Ortiz who felt the pressure there. Just to relieve that, came up with the Yoko Sutemi was an effort. Felipe Kitadai, one of the Brazilian lightweights up there. He doesn't get involved in any kind of practice with Souza.
Well, he's in the lightest weight category as well, 60 kilograms. So, Cianagi again there from Ortiz. Second penalty up there to Souza. So one more of those and it will be finished. Ortiz will just keep on with the pressure. Now backed up to the edge, has to get out of there. I like that bird's eye view that we have, one of the cameras there, right above the heads. Gives us a totally different view.
Ortiz can afford to close things down a little bit now, make life a bit difficult for Souza to attack. In the event that she picks up a penalty, the likelihood is that Souza will as well. Third penalty would put Souza out.
Cianagi again. Oh, it's going to be it. She'll get it for that. They'll give the Wazari for that. That is definitely borderline, absolutely borderline, but I think that they might have a little look at that and say that the line was okay. So they have, yeah. So it's just, obviously I know about the discussions on the line and trying to find the line for the Wazari, probably the most difficult thing at the moment.
No time left for Souza, I'm afraid. A little nudge at the end.
Not too happy about it.
Yeah.
Winner and second bronze medalist in the plus 17 kilo.
She was certainly way ahead on attacks. Big smile. I always love her for that. She's always got a big smile, and you know, win or lose, she's always got a smile on her face.
Couldn't quite retain the title that she won here last year, but she made it to a medal match, a bronze medal match, and she did the job well.
All part of the preparation for the Olympic Games. I think that's the way that a lot of these are looking at it. If they just fail to win the gold medal here, it's, well, I remember that I did the same. You know, I was trying to win everything, but you can't win everything, you know, and you try and peak at the right time. Sometimes you miss out, sometimes you get it right. So. Threatened a few times, didn't she, with the CNA? He just managed to keep that sleeve nice and tight. Sleeve getting pulled in. That's what made the decision.
Judo legend, Idalis Ortiz, Cuba.
So just the final to come.
Coming up next, the final of the plus 78 kilo category for women. Asahina Sara of Japan faces Irina Kinzeska of Azerbaijan. It'll be Asahina in the white judogi, Kinzeska in blue.
Ranked 4 and 5 in the world, so they're all up there. I think, said in my opening, really for the program, that most of the seeds, I think, are working their way through to the medals. 1 or 2 surprises not in there, but I think you're going to get that, aren't you, at any competition you go to.
Referee in the middle for this one is Yevgeny Raklin of Russia.
Now, please welcome the finalists.
2-time world champion Sarah Asahina, once in the open weight category and once in the heavyweight category. I think I might have pointed out that they have an extra chance in the heavyweights for a world title. I might have pointed that out.
World bronze medalist last year, Tsingtao World Masters silver medalist Irina Kinzeska.
Depends on the mood that Asahina is in.
Yes, she has really good ashiwaza, really good, and she has a good forward harai as well, or makakomi. Just depends, like you said, whether she fancies it. And now, so it should be interesting to see how this goes. 3 times they fought each other, 3 times Asahina the winner. Big arm over the back there. Kinzeska there trying to just pull that head down, but she'll have to attack off it because otherwise she'll get penalized just for pulling it. She's going to get it now. So they should know this as they go in there, that if you just pull the head down, you are going to get penalized if you don't attack. It's no good just looking for the penalty. Now thinking twice of it, but she could have saved herself a penalty there. Terry Asahina, Sarah's dad, and always gets a central point to make sure that he's heard by everybody.
Definitely heard by Sarah, I'm sure.
He came up to me and said to me that I think we just wanted to prove you wrong on your predictions.
Oh dear.
Yes, I know. Said it spurred you on, didn't it? So there's the Ashiguruma. Ashiguruma turns into Makakomi sometimes for Asahina, and then she'll swap to the other flank. And that's where she has most of her success with the Sasai. Surakomiyashi, the Ashiwaza. So look out for the change of direction.
Haven't seen the Ashiwaza as yet.
No, just waiting for the right moment here in order to do it. Good attack there. That was a good attack, Kinzeska.
left Ouchi from Kinserska. Just had Asahina stepping back, defending strongly.
Well, she was absolutely the number one for some time, except for the Olympics. And then the junior world champion came up and started winning things. And now she's the number one choice.
Asahina trying to make something happen with that Makikomi effort, but sometimes you need an action first, and then you can follow up. But just to start it from nothing.
Yeah, she needs to get it moving, start to do the sasai, and then throw it in, or do it the other way around. But it's certainly Kinserska, after her 3 times fighting her, she knows it, and it looks to me as if she's squashing it quite well. She's got the same grip there.
Yeah.
And just pulling down without the attack. She needs the attack. So she's going to get a second penalty now because of that. Just pulling the head in. A lot of the crowd don't understand this, right? But the rule is that if you pull the head down and you don't attack, then you get penalised for it. Why? Why? Because you're looking only for the penalty. She's not looking to throw, obviously, because she's not attacking. And there, the movement for Asahina. Caught on the edge there, but at least she attacked off it, but still going to get the Shido for it anyway. Asahina. Well, that also was a really poor attack from Kinserska. Flop and drop, and no control with the upper part of the body. She's been doing some good attacks. She'll get the benefit of the doubt this time. She can't afford another one of those. Great attack just to finish off there. It's going to go golden score. So, shouts advice to his daughter, and let's see if it makes a difference. Really good attack there just to finish off the first 4 minutes, and now starting to get the grit that she wants. Oh, she's walked out. Can you believe that? She's just walked out there. That's going to cost her. Kinserska just walks out, and I think that she's going to get a third Shido up there. For sure she's going to get it. She just stepped out, she drifted out, and it's all over. Wow.
Looked as though she didn't want any more.
Well, from a tactical point of view, that was an absolute disaster. It really was.
3 penalties picked up by Irina Kinserska, gifts the contest to Asahina Sara of Japan. It's a gold medal for the Japanese super heavyweights.
This is gold medal number 6 for Asahina Sara in a Grand Slam.
6 Grand Slam gold medals, that's not bad, is it?
Gold medal number 8 at this year's Düsseldorf Grand Slam.
Well, it gives them even bigger problem now, doesn't it? Unless they've already decided.
With that particular weight category, they've already decided it's going to be Sone Akira who will take the plus 78 kilo category.
3 mistakes
The highlights of the final.
Asahina came the closest to scoring. That was a great effort. That was right on the bell of 4 minutes, that was. But in the end, 3 avoidable mistakes by her opponent, and it's all over.
We come now to the awarding ceremony for men in the under 100 kilo category.
Ceremony for men under 100 kilo.
Meine Damen und Herren, die Siegerehrung der Männergewichtsklasse bis 100 Kilogramm.
The medals will be presented.
The medals are being presented by IGF refereeing supervisor, world and Olympic champion, Mrs. Kathy Fleury.
Bronze medalists are.
First of the bronze medals goes to Selim Kotseviev of Azerbaijan. There's a bronze medal also for Serienix Miklos of Hungary. Silver medal goes to Elmar Gazimov of Azerbaijan. But the gold medal goes to Muhammad Karim Kuramov of Uzbekistan.
Yeah, what a great fight. We're just looking off to our right-hand side here, very close to us. Ilyas Iliadis, the coach, getting a bird's-eye view here. And getting a photograph, I'm sure. My new training partner. I can't go to a gym without meeting him in there.
I'm okay with meeting him in the gym. And now the national anthem of Uzbekistan.
Thank you very much. Dankeschön. Rahmat. Now, family picture.
Brilliant performance.
Judoka.
Now somehow they've got to all step on that one particular part of the rostrum.
Your applause, please. The men under 100 kilogram.
Katsev Kizelits gets the bronze medal. Gazimov gets the silver, and Kuramov of Uzbekistan gets their second gold medal of this final block on this third day of competition here in Düsseldorf.
Well, we've got one more weight category to bring to you now. It's the plus 100 kilo category. The first of the bronze medal contest features Kim Min-jong of the Republic of Korea. He goes up against Roy Meyer of the Netherlands. It'll be Kim in the white judogi, Meyer in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Mariano dos Santos of Brazil. Beg your pardon. We had a question earlier on regarding how the Dutch would choose between the two rivals.
Yes.
Last week we had Henk Grol medaling. This week we've got Roy Meyer in there. Well, we don't know because we're not absolutely certain of what the selection process is for the Dutch when they've got two fighters in a qualified position. It normally goes to the National Federation. They choose, but it sometimes goes to the NOC, the National Olympic Committee, which I always find really tricky. Of course, they'll take the advice of the National Federation, but they may have their own
I think that's because of legal situations, isn't it? Because they've been taken to court so many times, which is pretty sad, really, when you've got to have people that don't know the two fighters and don't know the sport deciding. Anyway, that's another thing, isn't it? Roy Meyer just looked absolutely determined when he was walking out. He's in blue. His whole family will be watching this, that's for sure. Well, they got to grip up. He'll try the Sianagi in a second, Meyer. Big arm over the back here. Uchimata. Oh, look at that. Opens up the account. And there they are. Roy Meyer's family up there, and look at that, his little ones as well, and somebody there going, I don't look my best. It looks great. So massive support. He always has massive support, Roy Meyer, very popular. So Kim Ouchigari this time. Trying to snatch that grip off of Myers. Nice Ashiwaza as well. Good judo from Kim.
Movement! Movement!
Coach of Roy Meyer saying, let's see more movement. You've got to keep it moving. And the more he stands still, of course, the worse it will be. And if I could say anything about a lot of the fighters that are out here look tired because they're training through the event, and of course that definitely has an effect on your movement.
Meyer will have to be careful when he tries that Uchimata with Kim. Got to be 100% determined. Make sure that Kim is defending it first of all, rather than looking to counter it immediately. That was better. He had to hop off that first of all. That's exactly what I was talking about. And again, well, why no follow-up on the ground?
Non-stop, isn't it, by Roy Meyer? But like you say, let's give him some groundwork as well. Why not? But especially with Roy Meyer, because he's so physical, he could really take the fight to Kim. Two times they've fought, they're one each on their head-to-heads.
Kim wanted a rest there.
I think so. You know, he's going to have to watch that, because if he falls on his back again, then there's going to be trouble.
He just dragged Meyer onto him as if to say, look, we can be down here for 20 or 30 seconds and I can just catch my breath.
40 seconds left on the clock. Trying to snatch that lapel hand off of Meyer. Meyer has two lapel hands on, so that meant that he had to attack.
Nice look there, that left-sided Uchimata, and then following it up, but the second one really didn't threaten Meyer. The first one did. Nice little Uchimata effort.
Belt entanglement there with the hand of Roy Meyer, and I've got to say to everybody, at the moment there's nothing in the rules to say that you can't do it, but I don't think it's going to stay, I can tell you. It looks absolutely dangerous to me.
Golden score then. I'm not against the idea of seeing Kim and Maya in golden score. Interested to see how Maya copes with a longer contest.
Yeah, but I mean, they've both opened up. They've both been going for it. Kim's been doing some nice attacks as well. Roy Meyer, as always, going forwards. He just wants to stay in the middle, Roy Meyer, and get it done.
Cho Guam had fought at, almost turned there, almost turned. Won't get it now.
No, he won't. It's a double attack. 2 points of contact, doesn't get it. And he's still going in.
Too late now.
Still going in.
After the event.
Full commitment there. You've got to give him his due. Yeah. It's full commitment, but yeah. Kim, just a little bit late there. Didn't quite... he had a bit of a break in it, didn't he? That's the problem. 2 points of contact. Uchimata! Oh, wow. Good Uchimata as well. Roy Meyer did so well to avoid that. There's the Uchimata. Look at the grip round the back there. And Roy Meyer just manages to pull that sleeve back. Oh, Sotogari! Oh, and Uchimata as well. And still no score. And that was a terrific couple of attacks there. Roy Meyer, 100% for the Osoto, drives. Uchimata as the counter. And, well, no landing. Brilliant stuff from these two. Uchimata again from Meyer. Wow, what a match.
It's been better in the golden score period.
Yeah, no, it has, and 100%. Oh, Uchigari. And now Kim drops down for the Yoko Satemiwaza.
Well blocked by Maya. I don't think he's got the ability to shock him with that one, Kim.
No, Maya now trying to use all his strength there for the Newaza.
If he's going to catch him, I think it's going to be with the left Uchimata. He's been in there a couple of times and threatened Maya with that.
Well, this is a close one, isn't it? Any score and it's possible. Oh, Sotogari again. Because they're both attacking here, there's no more Shidos going on the board. Crowd are loving this one. Second Shido there goes up to Kim. So that work rate there from Roy Meyer just paying off. Oh no, it's all over. Yoko Satemiwaza. And that Yoko Guruma there puts Meyer flat on his back for Ippon. Well, you were saying about the Uchimata, weren't you? But then switched to the other side, didn't he? To the other flank there. Meyer just stays on his back there. He's so disappointed.
On the two occasions that he tried it, Meyer blocked it. And I thought that he had the feel for when that was going to be launched. Didn't come anywhere close to stopping that one. I don't think there's any harm in this for Roy Meyer. He's acquitted himself well. He came into a medal match in a Grand Slam, which is a little bit more than can be said on this occasion for Henk Grol, who blew out early on. So for me, to answer the question for someone who put that in about where is it going to go for the Dutch, we don't know as yet. But as far as the Koreans are concerned, happy days for them, because Kim Min-jong takes the bronze medal.
What a match that was. Great heavyweight match, and credit to Roy Meyer. He really gave it his all. Credit to Kim Min-jong, though, because he kept plugging away, nearly there with the Uchimata a couple of times, and he was nowhere near that, I have to say. all the times, like you said, he dropped down for that. Roy Meyer had the measure of it, and this particular time, it worked. Everything about it was different, and well, it went for the Ko Sotogak, didn't he? Actually,
That trips him, doesn't it?
Yeah, Ko Sotogak wrapped up the arm, and then the drive. And how pleased does he look? Because that was a superb performance. It really was. Yoko Otosh, and cleanly onto his back there. What a mistake. He holds his forehead in despair, Roy Meyer.
Yeah, he can't believe he's been caught with something that he was dealing with well before.
He did. He absolutely sorted it out, but just made that one mistake.
We've got a second bronze medal contest coming up now. Sipoch Richard of Hungary goes up against Rafael Silva of Brazil. It'll be Sipoch in the white judogi, Silva in blue. Referee in the middle for this one is Ioana Babiuk of Romania.
Of course, Murat went out earlier in the competition, which means that Silva here, every little advantage that they can get, both of them have been kind of out almost together, haven't they, at every tournament. Brazilians putting Murat and this man here, Rafael Silva, and they're very close, aren't they, in the world rankings here. Just looking now, Rafael Silva is at number 7 and number 8 is David Murat. Can't get much closer than that. This, of course, will put Silva even further ahead. Are they just going to take the one? But they can choose. It doesn't necessarily have to be the one with the highest amount of points. They might decide that Murat can win the medal and that Silva can't.
Unless we go back to that point where it's not the National Federation that decides, it's the NOC, and the NOC have already set the criteria that says whomsoever is ranked higher on the international federation, whichever sport it is, ranking list goes. For example, whoever ran the fastest time or whoever swam the fastest, who jumped the highest, even if there was someone who won more medals. Could be, if they're on that ranking list.
I was under the assumption that it was definitely up to the Shido up there.
It's a big ask, isn't it, for the Hungarian to tackle someone of the stature, the size of Silva.
Well, he's done great, hasn't he, to get this far, really. He's having a great tournament. He's fighting for a medal. I don't know what the history is with Sputch, actually. Yeah, that was a little bit of a... Was it a kick or was it... what was it?
Sloppy from Silva, to be honest. It's asking a lot for a man of that size to have finesse, isn't it?
Oh,
and yet there was a nice little touch there. He has shown some nice ashiwaza in the past, to be honest. And Danucci Mata, once in a while, when he unleashes it, looks really good.
Snaking Osoda as well, but he just will he use it? Comes across. Yeah, often it's in this situation as well. You see that just snakes it across, and he always attacks the leg that's furthest away, which is a strange one.
Hungarians again with something to shout about.
Great support, the Hungarian crew up there.
Karakash Hedvig, Shalanki Evelyn, and Gershak Sabina.
Well, is he going to go for the Osoto? Uchimata this time. Ooh. And close, almost into the advertising boards. Well, after the excitement of the first bronze medal match here, just fallen a little bit flat this one. We're going to get a score. One more Shido and it's all over. Anyway, Fisipoch.
Struggling now.
And that's it. That'll be all over. So it'll be a third Shido up there for that drop. And that's for sure.
Yeah.
So you have to keep hold with the hands, and so they'll finish it, and Silva will get the bronze medal.
Ladies and gentlemen, winner.
But just a little bit too much to ask of an inexperienced heavyweight to come up in a medal match against someone like Rafael Silva. They're just too much.
Yeah, he's not altogether happy with that, is he? So there's something he's not happy about.
Yuko gives him a hug anyway.
I bet she's really happy about that.
Well, it's one of the things you have to deal with as a coach, as you know. The big sweaty hug as they come off.
Got to do it. Absolutely. There's Uchimata. Almost scored a couple of times with that. And looking for the Osoto as well. But certainly he was the one that was initiating here, Rafael Silva. This one nearly went all the way into the crowd. Big hug. Big sweaty hug.
Liebe Freunde, seid ihr bereit für das Finale?
We come now to the final of the plus 100 kilo category. Guram Tusishvili of Georgia faces Johannes Frey of Germany. It'll be Tusishvili in the white judogi, Frey in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Veli-Matti Karinkanta of Finland, and this was the route to the final.
Johannes Frey, it's normally his brother, isn't it? And he's first time in a Grand Slam final here. He was absolutely beside himself. He did a great performance to get here. Of course, he's fighting 2018 world champion Tusishvili.
In white judogi, representing Georgia, 2018 world champion, 2 times world masters winner, Guram Tusishvili.
Well, the thing to look at here is the size of the two fighters. Is it going to suit Guram Tusishvili better to have what was previously a 100 kilo fighter, or is it going to help Johannes Frey not to have to deal with someone, say, the size of Rafael Silva? These two are much more evenly matched. Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Tusishvili. Well, he needs this for his confidence, Tusishvili, because he's coming back. He had a little bit of a blip, you could say. We always wanted to see him against Renair. We did do, and of course he came off losing to Renair. But now back, and of course he'll be even more confident after seeing the fact that Teddy Renair can be beaten, and his unbeaten run went 2 weeks ago in the Paris tournament.
I genuinely think that Tusishvili...
Oh, that's it! That's going to be it, is it? Wow, he gets an ippon for it. I think they'll have a little look just to see the landing there for it. But Sodi Surikamigoshi, and we'll see exactly where he hits with the shoulders. They've let it go. It's happened, and we'll have a look in slow motion. Tushishvili wins by Ippon. What an Ippon that was! Whether it landed or not, we're going to have a look, and then we'll say yes, it was an amazing Ippon. But it was an amazing technique.
Für Kuban Tushishvili seine zweite Goldmedaille bei einem Grand Slam. Aber die erste Grand Slam-Medaille für Johannes 3.
Well, it's good news for Johannes Frey. At least he's ended up with a silver medal in a Grand Slam, but it's a gold medal for Guram Tushishvili, and as Neil was saying, that's going to really boost his confidence.
Well, I think it will, and to score like that. Here we go. Let's have a look at it now. Sodi Surikomigoshi, absolutely. That's fine for me. Just touches with both shoulders. Let's have a look from the other angle here. Sodi Surikomigoshi touches and spins as quickly as he possibly can onto his front there. I think that we'll be able to see it from different angles. Yeah, just on the points of his shoulders there. Great decision, and an Ippon. You know, I think if they'd given Wazari, then you would kind of go, oh, it was a really good Wazari. No, it was an Ippon. No, it was Ippon.
And that's the best angle yet.
Yeah. And this is why we need the 4 different angles when the video referee looks at it. We need the 4 different angles to go on the big screen at the top, so everybody around the stadium can see. Because when you see it from 3 different angles, you could go, oh, well, maybe a Wazari. But then when you see it from the 4th one there, you see the points of contact, and you see it as a massive Ippon. So huge Ippon from Tushishvili. What a way to end this Düsseldorf Grand Slam.
Veli-Matti carrying counter. The referee had 1 angle to see it from. Just happened to be the right one.
He saw it straight away, didn't he? Yeah.
Right, we come now to the awarding ceremony for women in the under 78 kilo category.
For women over 78 kilo.
Meine Damen und Herren, die Siegerehrung der Frauen über 78 Kilogramm.
The medals will be presented by the IGF ambassador.
Medals are being presented by the IGF ambassador and a member of the medical commission, Dr. Antonio Castro. First of the bronze medals goes to Idalis Ortiz of Cuba. There's a bronze medal also for Hortense Vanessa Mbala Atangana of Cameroon.
Silver medal is representing Azerbaijan, Irina Kinzerska.
Silver medal goes to Irina Kinzerska of Azerbaijan. But the gold medal goes to Asahina Sara of Japan, whose father just came up here and gave us a handshake.
I think he was saying, what do you think about that then? But I did say to him down there, because I know Sarah, and it was an amazing result for her. We're right behind her. But I mean, we're as commentators, we're behind everybody, of course we are. But she did incredibly well today. Great performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, please all rise for the national anthem of Japan.
Now, the national anthem of Japan.
Thank you very much. Dankeschön. Arigato gozaimashita.
Great performance from
Now,
Sarah Asahina.
with VIPs and judoka.
Olympic champion is up there as well, the former Olympic champion, and that's a pretty good rostrum up there, isn't it? It could be the Olympic
Your
Games.
applause, please. Women over
Ortiz
78
and
kilos.
Umbala Atangana were the bronze medal winners. Kinzerska took the silver. It was Asahina
Thank you very much.
to take the gold medal.
And while we are waiting for the last awarding ceremony,
Well, we've got one more awarding ceremony
of France.
to come, and
Tanguy
just before that,
of France.
we're going to have
Please come to the info point
little highlights
of the German
package.
Judo Federation in the foyer. Thank you very much. Liebe Freunde, gleich also die letzte Siegerehrung.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we're waiting for the last awarding ceremony. This will be for men in a heavyweight category. Before the last awarding, here are the results, the final results.
Liebe Freunde, wir machen noch die letzte Siegerehrung und schauen einmal auf den finalen Medaillenspiegel. An bester Position ungefochten Japan mit 8-mal Gold. Einmal Silber, einmal Bronze, dann Georgien mit 2-mal Gold, einmal Bronze, einmal Silber. An Position 3 ist Usbekistan abgerutscht. 2 Goldmedaillen am heutigen Tag. Position 4 Frankreich. Einmal Gold, 2-mal Silber, 2-mal Bronze.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can see the highlights.
We come now to the awarding ceremony for the men in the plus 100 kilo category. The medals are being presented by the International Judo Federation Sport Director and Acting Refereeing Director, Mr. Florin Daniel Lascaux.
Mr. Florin Daniel Lascaux.
Put in former world champion as well, isn't it? Don't want to miss that one out, do we?
No, absolutely. He was world champion and a good world champion as well.
The first of the bronze medals goes to Rafael Silva of Brazil. There's a bronze medal also for Kim Min-jung of the Republic of Korea. Silver medal goes to Johannes Frey of Germany. Gold medal goes to Guram Tusishvili of Georgia.
And the mascots will be presented by the president of the German Judo Federation.
Das Preisgeld und die Maskottchen werden überreicht vom Präsidenten des Deutschen Judo-Bundes, Herrn Peter Frese.
Ladies and gentlemen, please all rise for the national anthem of Georgia.
Meine Damen und Herren, bitte heben Sie sich von Ihren Plätzen zu Ihren Nationalhymne Georgiens.
So after 3 days of fierce competition here in Düsseldorf, Japan, well, clearly shown that they mean business. Let's have one last look here at the medal winners here. Silva and Kim get bronze medals. Silva goes to Frey, and Tushishvili wins the gold for Georgia, and that was a terrific performance from him. Japan, well, they've got problems, haven't they? Because what's going to happen here is they've got to go back now and make some very difficult decisions. And world and Olympic champions not even going to make the team. There's the medal finish. 8 gold medals, a silver and a bronze there for Japan. Quite clearly the best. Georgia and Uzbekistan get 2 gold medals apiece. Georgia comes second in the medals because of that silver and bronze as well. France and Canada are following very, very close. And, well, the rest of the world are making sure of their qualifications with the Olympics just around the corner as well. Thank you, Düsseldorf. We've had an absolute blast here in Düsseldorf, as usual, from Sheldon and I. Until the next time, it's goodbye for now.
Einige, die sich bei euch bedanken möchten. Der neue Präsident, der alte Präsident, alle wollen...